Edge School.
GTA Prep.
Halifax Prep.
London Basketball Academy.
North Star Prep.
Oakville Prep. Roth St. Edward School.
Saskatoon Basketball Academy.
Toronto Basketball Academy.
Crestwood Preparatory.
Canada Top Flight Academy.
Winning an NPA championship this year in my senior season would mean the world to me.
Winning a championship is what you work hard for, what you put in the work every day for it.
Winning an NPA championship would mean the world to me. That's why you play the game, to win.
Winning an NPA championship would mean everything to me.
I think it mean a lot, not only to me, but to coach.
All the hard work that has gone on behind the scenes means something.
From the start of this, we went from thinking that we wouldn't be competitive as Western Canadians to I think that Western Canada is on the rise.
Winning an NPA championship would mean a lot. Started from the bottom, finishing at the top in our second year.
All the hard work and focus, the discipline is all paid off.
I don't think winning a championship is like any other feeling in the world. I mean, you've put all your work towards this one goal all year with your teammates.
Winning a championship, it feels like a massive weight off your shoulders, knowing that all the work that you put in throughout the entire year culminates in one event where you just feel this complete release of satisfaction. And
all this preparation, there's a lot of blood and sweat and tears. It all comes down to this one game and winning that. I mean, I can't imagine how that would feel.
To end off my high school career with the NPA championship would just be a feeling of leaving a great legacy.
Getting to the finals last year was an exciting feeling for me and my team.
We were right there, we just fell a little short. It's a desire to want to get back.
Come even stronger, so hopefully we can take it all.
Yeah, the challenges of a three-peat, I mean, it's always the tougher one.
The bullseye gets bigger, everybody wants your head, so you just gotta try harder.
You're going to get everybody's best shot, and you better be ready.
This is
NPA
Nationals.
Our goal for the showcase circuit is to turn every stone. If you're a prospect and you deserve the recognition, we're gonna make sure you get it. As soon as you arrive at an NPA showcase, you're gonna feel the energy from the coaching staff. Right after introductions, we're jumping right into it. There's gonna be some elite level competition that's gonna help us filter through the talent. And then there's gonna be skill acquisition, which in itself is a process. Identify talent, as well as capture footage on all the top prospects. Over the course of 2 days, prospects are evaluated. We come to a consensus based off of everyone's feedback from the coaching staff, and then we select the top prospects in the camp to compete in what's called NPA Showcase Top Prospect Game. Game speaks.
On court, we do skill set evaluations, so we evaluate where you're at by position, and then we place you in groups with other players of the similar level where you guys can play and compete in more game-like situations and game-like drills. There's lots of games, a lot of feedback, a lot of immediate feedback in drills, in games where we stop and we coach and help players. If you take the game of basketball seriously and you want to play at the next level, the NPH Showcase is the best place for you to be. You have pros and you have former athletes who have been through everything that you want to go through and who will give you all of the tips and tricks and all of the guidance on how to navigate the process. Not only that, but it's an opportunity for you to get recognized and to set yourself apart from the rest and really pursue your career to the level that you want it to be at.
From the 2-day camp, I want them to soak up as much knowledge as possible. I'm not going to give away exactly what's going to be said, but I want them to acquire new skills, of course, on the court, the new habits overall. I would love their work ethic to improve. Again, specifically in terms of what they're learning in the classrooms, they got to apply those things and those different life skills and things that are going to be needed for them to be successful. They got to apply those things right away. So my hopes is everything that they hear from coaches, they internalize those messages and try to apply them, because again, everybody has a story to tell and something to share. If these kids take these lessons in and these gems and try to apply them, it'll help them a lot.
As a director of recruiting, my job for the showcase circuit is to identify all the talent, get them into our system, and make sure that I'm connecting them with the right coaches, the right fits, and the right levels. Just presenting all of the possible options and having the family and the kid, the prospect themselves, decide on what's in their best interest and what's the best spot for them. If they need help with the decision, we'll be there all along the way. But my job is to essentially connect the prospect to the coach for the right level. If you're one of the kids who are fortunate enough to be evaluated and be ranked and be in our system, you're family for life. We're taking care of you from now up until your recruitment day when we're connecting you with the coaches. And then even after that, up until your pro careers, the NPH scouting service is what links this whole thing together. You come to camp, you get evaluated, you know what you need to work on, you go home and work on it. The next time we see you, it's still family.
Elias commands attention, he commands respect, and he is able to get through to these young student athletes and get through to these kids and speak in a language that they understand and find ways to motivate them and to encourage them while criticizing them and making sure that they get better and that they are held accountable.
My name is David Tyndall, and I'm the new technical director for North Pole Hoop Showcase Circuit. I've been training basketball players, I'm going to say officially, for about 3 years now. A lot of elite level kids I've worked with over the years that have made something. Elijah Long, Cody John, Naz Long, Dylan Brooks. Those are a lot of my young boys. Nick Stauskas, of course. Guys in the college level right now. Jalen Llewellyn, I'm working closely with him. Young talent, Mikkel Tyne. There's a list. The list goes on and on, really, of notable players. But again, either way, it really doesn't matter who it is. My approach really stays the same. What you'll expect from me at the NPA Showcase is a lot of fire, a lot of passion, literally just my all. What I want to do is be an open book and really share and give and help you guys understand how bad I want it for you. For the high school kids out here, they say you want it and you really want to achieve and be this and be that, but I don't believe that you guys are putting in as much work as you could, and I want to push you guys and light a fire in you guys to realize, you know what, I got to turn it up a notch. And so a lot of intensity, and I'll be holding you guys accountable. That's one of the biggest things. There's no favorites, there's no special treatment. It's strictly, I'm all in, and I want to build dogs, and I want you guys to bring that out yourselves.
It is
National Championship time here at Sheridan College in Brampton, Ontario. I'd like to welcome everybody tuning in right now out there in YouTube land on the North Pole Hoops channel. My name is Ryan Greco on your play-by-play, joined by Carlin Gay on your color commentary. I'd like to welcome everybody here. The NPA National Championship game. Carlin, what a matchup we have scheduled today.
Great matchup between two teams that have earned their spot over the last 4 days being here, and you can feel the energy in this arena. It's not just us that are excited. The people in the stands are excited, and the players are excited. Crestwood out of Toronto and Edgewood School out of Calgary. East meets West. I can't wait.
No, absolutely not. And Edge School here in enemy territory. As you can see, the starting lineups being announced. Men Yang Tong, one of the huge reasons why Edge School is sitting here in the national championship game.
No question, so bouncy, so athletic. He's a human pogo stick out there. Every time he attacks the rim, it looks like a trampoline and magically appears under your feet and takes off. Expect him to put someone on a poster today.
And Fofo Adetogan also coming through here. The main reason I can imagine why Edge School right now is sitting in the championship game.
Huge upset yesterday, beating CTA, who was undefeated to that point, and did a good job. He was the MVP.
Fofo said no.
Yeah,
he just said no. We're not losing this game.
No question
Alan
about it.
Spoonhunter as well. Sorry to interrupt you there, Carlin, but Alan Spoonhunter also being introduced here. Also joined by Brecky Davis, number 10, and also being joined by number 13, Amudu Ibrahim. All 5 of these players just playing their role, doing what they needed to do to get their team to this championship game. Carlin, what else can we really say about them?
Yeah, well, they brought the energy yesterday, and that was important because shots weren't falling early, but they didn't hang their heads. They did it defensively, and when shots started to fall, they were able to pull off the upset.
Absolutely, as we've got the introductions now for Crestwood Prep. Introducing himself, of course, Trevon Thomas. We just got a chance to see him, the 50-point man himself, putting in some work throughout this entire tournament to ensure that his team is sitting in the top position right now.
I mean, you talk about point guards in this league that are savvy and can get it done. Plus, he can get buckets. Imagine scoring 50 points. We go crazy about it in an NBA game. They have 12-minute quarters. We're here playing 4 10-minute quarters, and the dude dropped a 50 burger. That's crazy.
Absolutely. As we have the other introductions here, Jacoby Neath. I mean, you've been a huge fan of this young man. Tell us a little bit more about him.
Here you talk about Jacoby Neath, a guy who's transformed his body. He is ready for the high major level. He's on his way to Wake Forest, and a big shout out to his head coach, future head coach, who's going to be who's actually sitting in the crowd right now, Danny Manning, the legendary Danny Manning, the current head coach of Wake Forest. Neath at the level in the ACC. I said yesterday, you know, you had RJ Barrett, you had O'Shea Brissett, a ton of Canadians already in the ACC. It's going to be the all-Canadian conference to the amount of Canadians that keep going down south to play there.
I can only agree with everything that you're saying right now, especially considering the fact that.
Well, I wouldn't expect you to disagree with me. We are friends after all.
You are you're the man. You're the man with the plan. You're the man with the information, and this is why I love you, and this is why this is working.
I'm gonna tell Tristan to clip that up, save it, and I'm gonna set that as my voicemail anytime I get a missed call. Have that ready for me to go.
All right, how about this one? You're right. You're the best. Of course, as we have Crestwood Prep about to break from their huddle, and we're about to get underway here, the NPA National Championship game. And Carlin, I have to imagine that, you know, not everybody was expecting this result, expecting this finish at the final. But you know what? I must say, in the NPH offices, the North Pole Hoops offices, there was a lot of conversation about Edge School and about how they could challenge for a title in their first year. Elias and Tarek Spate, of course, the two brothers behind NPH, had a chance to go out and see Edge School, and they were completely sold on everything they saw. And right now, this is just nothing more than proof in the pudding, I guess you could say.
No question, but the semifinal win was a big upset. They beat CTA, the #1 team in this tournament, to begin it. You want to make sure, though, that wasn't a championship game.
Huge rejection there by Jacoby Neath. Excuse me, sorry, Carlin, my apologies for interrupting there. Shot goes up, and that's going to be a rejection. Nope, they're going to come down with it, and it touched the net. It touched the rim, and they're going to count it.
The shot was late, in my opinion. I think he got it off a little late, but hey, you played to the whistle. Duncan did that, and he's rewarded with an early 2.
Here we are getting to the action. Trevon Thomas showing off a little shimmy shake there, gives it over to Neath. And here's Neath guarded by Alan Spoonhunter. Of course, Alan Spoonhunter. Neath, though, going to the basket. Let's talk a little bit about Neath first. Neath, 26.3 points per game in 11 contests here in the NPA this year. A season-high 40-point performance.
Wow.
Earlier in this year. Field goal percentage, 49% for a point guard.
That's insane. And throughout the weekend, he's kind of picked his spots in when he's, decided to take over, really. You see some of the highlight pack here from Neath, the windmill, the alley-oop finishes, shaking the rim. A guy that's super athletic, has changed his body over the course of the season, got more defined, and he's ready to take the contact at the next level. But he would love to leave Canada as a national champion.
Absolutely. As we take a look at the other action now, going to the other end, shot goes up. Kobe Antwi can't get it to fall, and coming down with it for Edge School was number 10, Don Duncan. I apologize to everybody at home keeping track. Starting lineup for number 10 is Don Duncan, not Brecky Davis, but Duncan, well deserving as Crestwood scores here. And here's Duncan now. Here's Fofo. Up, in. Nice rejection there, though, by Pacheco Jr.
Fofo got away with some steps when he caught the ball. Had a little stutter step, and no whistle came. But didn't matter because Pacheco Jr. swatted that baby away.
Yes, he did. As here's Thomas now. Nice job getting by Tong there. Not many guys at his speed can do that. Or I meant to say his size can get away from the length of Tong just like that and get himself an open look. But no good.
Yeah, you see how shifty he is, though, to create that space for that jump shot.
Here's Duncan. He's guarded by Smith. Oh, he shifts off. He didn't even realize the defender had left him there. Missed shot there. Ibrahim goes up. Rejected by Smith. Here's Adetogan. Shot goes up. And another rejection. That was a rejection by Pacheco. And a third rejection by the big man, number 45, Joe Smith.
3 rejections on that possession. Great defensive effort. You see the length and size. The advantage in that favor is Crestwood. How does Edge School reply? Got to use the up fake. Crestwood want to go up there and make those highlight reel blocks. If you're Edge School, make the adjustment, use the pump fake, and get your man in the air.
I think the beautiful thing about this national championship game here is that you've got 2 programs searching for their first ever NPA title. And I could imagine that neither team is feeling like they have anything to lose at this moment. And as a result, you're going to see some high-intensity basketball.
We're already seeing it right now.
Exactly. As we're going to go to the line here. Adeflorin Adetogan at the line, otherwise known as Fofo Adetogan. Makes good on the first. And what more could we say about this guy, Carlin? The game he had yesterday in the semifinal.
Incredible game. Caught hot, from three-point range, and he didn't settle for those threes. He knocked down at one point in the game 3 straight three-pointers, battled back against CTA, and I think that gave Edge School the confidence. And then later on in the fourth quarter, tossed up a prayer as the shot clock was going down, and it fell, and it felt as though momentum had shifted completely away from the defending national champions, and that's the reason why Edge School is playing right now.
Trayvon Thomas, 4-3. What a shot that is. And we've got another turnover here on Crestwood. Crestwood now with an opportunity to extend that lead. Antwi tries to go in, rolls out, and we're going to have a substitution. And here's, I think at this point we could say both one of our favorite players stepping into the game here, Xavier Spencer, the class of 2023 player.
Young X Factor, you called him yesterday. He's one of the guys that I see him on screen there, 42 in black. One of the guys that really changed momentum yesterday by just his effort. Didn't score a ton, but he was rebounding. He was, locking in defensively. And as I say that, he vacuums in his first offensive board, Ryan.
And here's Spencer rocking the 42 that would make Jackie Robinson proud.
Yeah, absolutely.
Working his tail off, babyface assassin. I think that's a fair statement to make at this point. Spencer's done everything that's been asked of him in this NPA Nationals.
Question.
Here's Thomas. Neath. Rejects the screen, goes up himself. Nice find there to Smith, but Smith loses a handle on it, and it's going to be a foul on, I believe, Spoonhunter on the floor.
If you're Smith, that has to be a catch and go straight up and finish. No need to take that extra dribble.
Here's Antwi. There's going to be a foul on the floor again. That one's going to go on number 11, Brecky Davis, who has checked himself into this game for Don Duncan.
We talked about it at the start of the game off air. You know, Edge School is going to want to play physically. You know, they're going to want to touch bodies. Are the refs going to allow them to do that?
Here's Smith.
Crestwood clearly more athletic.
Yeah, agreed. And as Smith, a nice finish there off the left hand, Carlin.
No question about it. Joe Smith inside. He's a presence. He already has a couple blocks on one end. Now we're seeing him do the work on the offensive end.
Spencer gets hacked there at the middle of the floor. You can see, you know, emotions are high. Everyone's at this point where, you know, you want to be almost over-aggressive in this sense. Make sure that they know that you're there as a defender. But sometimes, you know, referees doing a good job keeping the eyes out and calling fouls where they see them. This is Davis. Spoon Hunter, 7 seconds on the shot clock. Spoon Hunter gonna go up himself, up, can't finish, but who's there? Spencer, but he can't convert either. Jacoby Neath comes down with the rebound, and he Air Jordans it, just palming the ball, keeping it away from defenders. Thomas for three. Can't get the kind roll. Adetogan now. Almost loses it. Neath. Up to Pacheco. Antwi. Neath. Tries to throw it inside to Smith, and Smith is going to get fouled as he was double teamed. Have a substitution and into the game for Crestwood Prep is the 2023 Elijah Fisher, along with number 13 Emudu Ibrahim for Edge. Shot goes up, and that's going to be a clear foul. Spencer maybe thinks he didn't do enough, but
it's a wild,
either a good sell job or he just doesn't know his own strength.
Yeah, it was a wild closeout by Spencer, and he'll head to the bench as he picked up another foul. But that's the energy that Spencer brings. You know, that you have to take the good with the bad there, because he's a ball of energy, as we said, and you know, more times than not, they're going to be positive plays. That time, unfortunately, he fouled the jump shooter and has 3 opportunities at the foul line.
Kobe Antwi at the line here for Crestwood Prep, averaging 14.8 points per game, shooting 72% from the free throw line. Misses the second, and it's 3 shots as Men Yang Tong not aware of that. Just to force a habit, I can imagine. Third free throw, makes good. And Antwi, for the most part, living up to that 2 of 3, 72% free throw percentage.
Question about it. Had a quiet game yesterday. Let's see your response tonight.
Nice pass inside. Duncan tries to go up. He's going to get rejected, but he goes up again, and he's going to go to the line for 2.
Hey, Duncan's been inside in the paint and amongst the trees. You obviously see Joe Smith, a lot of size and length. One of the most athletic guys in this league, and number 22, Elijah Fisher for Crestwood. And it's been Duncan so far who's, collecting offensive rebounds up top of offensive rebounds. And his job's not going to get easier, as you see walking into your picture right there, 21 in blue, Luis Pacheco Jr.
Well, Crestwood has size to spare. That can be certain here. But so did CTA, and Edge found a way to get through there. But they're going to call an offensive foul on Adetogan. Clear reach around as he was trying to get around and finishing at the rim.
Yeah, the old Captain Hook on that opportunity there. And sometimes you have to find some tricks when, the size and length, you see what it does. You have to find another way to try and create some space. That time it got caught.
Yeah, Adetogan, a true 6-footer. He's given up a lot of height, but his athleticism, and as I've said it before, built like a running back. Simply put, like any American coaches or any American fans of hoops that are watching this game, Adetogan is the quintessential running back style of body build.
Yeah, but he has grace. He has some skill to him. It's not, all brute strength. There's a lot of, smoothness to his game.
Oh, nice shot there by Ibrahim. Getting it done.
We're talking to a lot of people after yesterday's game. Ibrahim really surprised a lot of guys watching in the semifinal, because he was able to score a lot in the post just like he did there.
Oh, nice shot, turnaround jumper by Pacheco Jr. to respond right over top of Ibrahim.
Yeah. That's a good matchup between those two guys, because that's old school low post basketball.
Tong inside. loses a handle. Antwi comes up with it. Fast break, Neath up over top of Adetogan and counts it. And the crowd on the baseline is loving it.
You see the difference in why you go to the weight room, change your body, you're able to take that hit and keep your balance and finish in transition.
Duncan goes up, and he's going to get hacked and go to the line once again. And I would think at this point, if you're Edge, you might want to keep giving him the ball because he keeps finding ways to the line.
He does, but he has to convert on those free throws. You know, the score being what it is, if they're able to extend that lead and then rely on their defense to carry them home, might put themselves in a good position for the upset.
And you can imagine at this point, Edge was the 4 seed, the last team to be given a bye in this NPA Nationals, and they've proven that that faith in the committee has been proven here with a win over CTA, a trip to the finals, opportunity here now to give Western Canada their first ever national high school championship. We'll see if they can do it here against Crestwood as Neath rims out. Pacheco comes down with it. Scramble for the ball here, out of bounds, and it's going to be Edge ball.
Pacheco didn't need to put that one on the deck there. You know, you had position down low and put the ball on the deck, and that's when the turnover happened. He had to dive to the floor, and obviously he landed with his back out of bounds.
And with that being said, we're also going to take a quick timeout here. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with some more first quarter action here at the NPA National Championship game.
Basketball gyms in Canada are packed with talent, and that includes every age group on the girls' side as well. This summer, North Pole Hoops held its first ever Ontario Girls Showcase, where 70 players were there to learn new skills and showcase their own talent.
I'm seeing girls that are giving up their all, energy level high, enthusiasm high, work ethic is high. Like, these girls want it bad. We have men's showcases left, right, and center. Every organization has a male showcase, but where's the quality on the women's side? This should have happened when I was in high school. 10 years ago, we needed something like this. It would have helped with exposure, it would have helped with opportunities.
Who wants to play the next level? Hands up. Okay, that's great. So that means ultimately, that means the WNBA, that means NCAA, that means national team, that means Canadian University and Canadian College. So our job is to make sure we provide you guys with the tools and the blueprint of how you guys are going to get to the next level.
The North Pole Hoops is recognizing that putting women on the map and putting girls on the map is needed.
And we'd like to welcome everyone back here. NPA National Championship game, national title on the line. Edge School out of Calgary, Alberta, taking on Crestwood Prep out of Toronto, Ontario. And getting back to the action right now, of course, finish and one, Emudu Ibrahim.
We've talked about it twice already. Guys putting the ball down on the floor when they didn't need to. You see Ibrahim right there, kept his ball above his waist, did not put it down on the floor, gathered himself, and was able to go back up strong with the finish, and now has a chance for a three-point play.
Opportunity here, Ibrahim, averaging 5.4 points per game. I can imagine, and I can guarantee it at this point, he's definitely averaged quite a few more than that. As there's the finish by Xavier Spencer on the rebound. But all of these guys are shooting well and scoring well above what their offensive totals have been throughout the NPA regular season.
Question about it.
Neath blows by the defender, up and in. Oof, he could have dunked that.
Well, that was a high major move if I've ever seen one. Wake Forest had got themselves a good one in 0 and blue.
Great decision there by the referees. I completely agree with that one. As there was clearly a hit. And defender went straight up. Adetogan had nowhere to go. Referee says nope. That's Crestwood ball. Here's inside, Pacheco. No one around him right away. I think his defender gave up a little too quickly there, but all the same, here's Davis. Davis tries to go on the crossover. Now he's got the ball. Kicks it over, Adetogan. Adetogan. Over to Ibrahim. Davis, 7 seconds on the shot clock, loses it. Neath comes down with it. And here's Louis Pacheco Jr. bringing it up. Thomas. And they're going to try and set something up here with 15 seconds on the shot clock. Thomas tries to step back, nowhere to go. Pacheco 5 seconds on the shot clock. Thomas has to put it up. He will, misses, but he's going to get fouled.
It's a late call too on that one.
The foul's on Davis. Going to the line is Trayvon Thomas. Thomas, of course, one of the top scorers on this Crestwood squad, 15.1 points per game in 11 NPA contests. Of course, including that 51-point performance against St. Laurent earlier this year in the Ottawa session. He is also an 88% free throw shooter, good enough for tops on his team.
See why right there, nothing but nylon on that second attempt.
Here's Lloyd checking into the game, number 32 for Edge. Adetogan to Tong. Tong, who's been relatively quiet, can't finish there, and Pacheco comes down with it.
That's a good job of using the Euro, long strides in the paint. I don't even know how he got that shot off.
He's a very, very long player. Neath, he's gonna get fouled there. Definitely looked like Spencer got a hand on that shooting hand there.
Yeah, he definitely hit him. He was right in front of us. I mean, we could have made that call here if they gave us a whistle.
No, I completely agree.
We'd also have to take the referee's salary as well if that was the case, right? Double dip.
I'll neither confirm nor deny that that would be helpful.
It is tax season, right?
Yeah, you got to stop this. Stop it now. Neath at the line. Leading scorer for this Crestwood team at 26.3 points per game, shooting 66% from the free throw line. But this time he is 100%, and the lead is now ballooned to 11 points here in the first quarter for Crestwood Prep. Here's Manyang Tong. Adetogan. Back to Tong. Tong with Thomas on him. Bit of a mismatch there, but Thomas, he's got some length himself as Adetogan goes up. Gets it over to Lloyd, can't finish. Nice putback there, though. Give that one to number 10, Don Duncan.
We talked about Adetogan's size. Sometimes it doesn't, benefit him when he gets hit. It looks like he doesn't get fouled because he's so big and they're just bouncing off of him, but he definitely got fouled on that drive. But Edge still able to clean that bucket up.
Yep, we're in penalties right now. So Xavier Spencer fouled by Elijah Fisher. The two 2023s going at it there for a moment. And Spencer got the better of him on that one and will go to the line for his efforts.
Yeah, really like this kid's energy. He always comes in and it seems like momentum shifts in favor of Edge when he's on the floor. It's always positive whenever he touches the rock.
Absolutely. Here's Spencer, though, surprisingly, only a 30% free throw shooter. Makes good on that one, though.
He's young, it will get better. The stroke is there.
The way that he plays requires a lot of energy. You can imagine how tired you get when you're getting on the, when you finally get to the foul line. And that's going to go out of bounds. Also checking into the game here for Crestwood Prep is number 33, Steven Lazar, who had a very impressive shooting performance in the first game of the NPA Nationals here for Crestwood Prep.
Yeah, he gets flat out knocked down triples.
Kicks it out. Here's Spencer. Adetogan for three. Knocks it down, nothing but net. Fofo, Adetogan.
Picking up right where he left off yesterday.
Neath can't respond. Rebound, Duncan. Surrounded by blue shirts, gets it to Spencer. Adetogan now on the other end. Kicks it over. Tong, Euro step, up, in, can't finish. Spencer coming down with it. He's going to dribble his way out.
Yeah,
and they're going to call a double dribble.
This game is eerily similar to yesterday's game that Edge School started. They weren't able to convert on jump shots, weren't able to make shots, but their energy never wavered. They stayed close, and they were able to dig themselves out of the hole. Crestwood has to be worried about that and match their energy.
6 seconds on the game clock. Up, misses, but there's going to be a foul. I can imagine it's going to be, it's going to be on Brecky Davis.
It's his third already. There's a guy in Pacheco Jr. who's, solid. Obviously, you see the size, but he has some skill to him. I mentioned earlier on a bit of an old school game. He has the back-to-basket stuff. He is getting better in face-up game. Defensively, I think he's excellent. He blocks and challenges shots without fouling all the time. So there's a kid that can really put it together and be playing basketball at the next level.
Misses both free throws. Shot goes up. No good. And at the end of one, not a commanding lead for Crestwood Prep thanks to the three of Fofo Adetogan. And we've got plenty of basketball remaining after this one. Ladies and gentlemen, please don't go anywhere. But also, please keep in mind that this quarter of basketball has been brought to you by Indochino, the official suit maker of the National Preparatory Association. Indochino, custom-made suits made to measure. Please don't go anywhere. We'll be back with second quarter action right after this.
Rep by rep, you push yourself. Effort is only half the battle. Doubt sets in. Why do you do it? Is it worth it? The lights turn on. All your questions are answered.
And we'd like to welcome everyone back here. Second quarter action of the NPA National Championship game between Edge School out of Calgary, Alberta, taking on Crestwood Prep out of North York, Ontario, aka, of course, Toronto, Ontario. My name is Ryan Greco, taking care of your play-by-play, joined by Carlin Gay on color commentary. And Carlin, some thoughts on what we saw there in that first quarter?
Yeah, that first quarter was eerily similar to what happened yesterday between Edge School and CTA. Edge School weren't able to knock down shots, and they found themselves at a deficit at the end of the first quarter. But the energy was there. You saw that they were playing through it, and they were able to commit the upset. Can that happen today?
Here's Antwi. Gets it over to Neath. Neath dribbled between the legs underneath to Fisher. And Elijah Fisher, he's been someone very consistent under the basket when he's going up and finishing.
No question. The pass is beautiful by Neath, but Fisher never used the dribble and was able to go up strong and finish.
Here's a steal. Thomas now gets it back from Fisher. Euro step, can't get it. Rebound. Jump ball opportunity, and it's going to go to Crestwood Prep. And we got a substitution. Hamudu Ibrahim comes back into the game here for Xavier Spencer. Also into the game, Alan Spoonhunter for Aaron Lloyd for Edge School. Here's Neath to Thomas. Antwi thinks about it. Pulls up jump shot, no good. Rebound under the basket. Guess who? Joe Smith.
He's in perfect position, boxing out real well, getting able to put it back up with strength. And you see the size and length now paying dividends for Crestwood, and it's the first time we see him in a zone, Ryan.
Here's Davis, gets it inside, high post. Oh, great passing and a throw down. John Duncan living up to his name once more.
One-handed sledgehammer off the good feed by Ibrahim, sucking the defense in, and it was all hammer time for Duncan.
Spoonhunter with the rebound. Fast break here for Edge. Wants to slow it down, kicks it over. Ibrahim thinks about it. Spin move, kicks it back out. Davis tries to get it inside. Smith with the interceptions. Over to Elijah Fisher, up and in. Count the basket and one. Elijah Fisher.
Tough move. And remember, 2023 prospect, Elijah Fisher. Let's take a look. You know, we just saw the good finish. You can add one to this highlight reel. 15 points per game, 4 rebounds, and top 5s in steals. Get up, throw it down, nasty. This is one of the youngest players in this league. He is big time. Don't expect to hear the last of Elijah Fisher after today's game. You're going to be hearing about this kid coming out of Canada for a very, very long time.
Elijah Fisher makes good on the free throw. And getting back to the action here, Adetogan kicks it over to Spencer. Spencer loses a hand on it, and it's guess who? Elijah Fisher seems to have woken up a little bit after that play.
And I can sit here and talk about his athleticism, his offense, and everything else, but defensively is where he's impressed me all tournament long. I mean, this is a guy who takes defense, personal. He doesn't want anyone to score on him. He gets upset when that happens, and that's what makes other guys great. That's what makes, those prospects great, and he's so young too.
Adetogan, a uncharacteristic move on the fadeaway, can't get it, and a block under the basket. Here comes Crestwood on the other end. Thomas goes himself, can't finish. Rebound, Ibrahim, Tong on the fast break. This is where he's most dangerous. Up and in, lays it. Great decision there by the young man.
Great decision, the business decision by Jacoby Neath, getting out of the way of that freight train coming down.
Career decision, maybe?
Yeah, absolutely.
Here's Adetogan off of a steal. Edge has another opportunity here. This is Davis. Pull-up jumper. Oof. I was hoping for that one just because it looks so clean, but here's Smith on the other end. Ooh. And they're not going to call it.
Wow,
here's
that
Adetogan.
was absolutely a foul, Ryan.
Spencer, Adetogan. Inside, Ibrahim can't finish the dunk, and it's going to be a delay of game. And possession is back to Crestwood. Ball don't lie.
Yeah, ball definitely doesn't lie. Ibrahim, and if you're wondering at home, he can't be the first man to touch it after that missed dunk, and he was. So a turnover here.
Substitution for Crestwood into the game is number 30, Kashawn Laddie. Takes over for Kobe Antwi.
He's also hanging out on the rim for a little bit too long, so that is another turnover. Coach Roe Russell, Crestwood's head coach, was asking for the technical. The referees did the right decision and letting things play out.
Neath for 3, Jacoby Neath.
And Neath looked at the crowd and said, "Don't worry about it. I got my team on my back."
32-23, 9-point lead now. A situation, though, that Edge has been in before.
They're not worried. They're going to continue to play.
Here's Tong. Thinks about the crossover, now going to go up himself. Pull-up jumper. Not something we're used to seeing him do.
No.
Here's Neath. Fast break. A whole bunch of black shirts around him. Throws it up. Can't get it. Davis comes down. Fast break for Tong one more time with Fisher on him. Oh, blows right by, but rims out. Menyang Tong just can't convert, and here's Thomas on the other end. Neath for 3. Knocks it down, Jacoby Neath. Adetogan, the response, no good. Davis right there, but gets knocked off the ball. It will remain Edge school ball, however.
Jacoby Neath has the eye of the tiger right now. I mean, he's knocking down jump shots. He's looking back at the crowd. He's playing with a certain level of swagger, thinking that he is the best player on the court. And that's dangerous right now for Edge school. They don't want Jacoby Neath to get going, because if he gets going, this 12-point lead will definitely extend.
Back into the game now, Alan Spoonhunter, number 8 for Edge, also into the game, checking in for the first time, number 24, Noah Leto for Edge school. Coach Huffman wants to see a little bit more length and a little bit more shooting on the floor right now. Steal by Smith, still right back though by Davis. Spoonhunter from deep, no good. Davis comes down with it though, second chance opportunity. Here's Spoonhunter, 6 seconds on the shot clock. Spencer
nice.
Right over top of Joe Smith.
So smart, just found the empty area. No one was moving, nothing was happening offensively, so what did he do? A simple cut to the paint, flashed, showed him the numbers, and quickly put it up to the rim for 2.
That's Neath into Pacheco. Tries to get this pass over to Fisher. Out of bounds. Crestwood ball.
This is the smallest unit now. Only one big on the floor right now for Crestwood. Let's see if Edge School can take advantage of it.
Here's the inbound for Thomas. Kicks it over. Antwi goes up himself. Oh, great take there. And I love seeing that. You could clearly tell he had it up planned before he even got the basketball. He knew what he was going to do.
Antwi can flat out play. We know about his shooting, but he can take it to the rack and create opportunities right at the tin. Good hands.
And Noah Leto, maybe in a sense letting the letting the lights be a little bit too bright on him there, kind of hesitating. And Coach Huffman's seen enough. He wants a timeout. And with that, we're also going to take a quick timeout here. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with second quarter action here at the NPA National Championship game. And we'd like to welcome everyone back here. NPA National Championship game. National title on the line. National supremacy awaits. All that good stuff. Ryan Greco here on your play-by-play, joined by Carlin Gay on your color. And Carlin, I mean, we're just about halfway through this second quarter. What are some of the things that you've noticed the most about this competition so far?
Well, the defense by Crestwood is forcing Edgewood into tough possessions like we saw right there, and Jacoby Neath, the man with the basketball, has come to play.
And a big rejection there by Elijah Fisher, resulting in that fast break bucket. And Adetogan now bringing it back up for Edge. And they can't allow themselves to fall down too much at this point, finding themselves down 14. Kicks it over. Here's Duncan in the corner to Spoonhunter. Spoonhunter kicks it back out. Spencer comfortable in that shot but misses. Here's Thomas. Fast break opportunity. Whole lot of black shirts around him, but does not care. He's going to go up and finish with the right hand.
This is dangerous time now for Edge School. You know, they got to calm things down, get a good look at the bucket here on this possession, because the dish might be running away with the spoon right now as Crestwood is smelling blood in the water.
Here's Spoonhunter. Adetogan, Spoonhunter with Fisher on him. Runner, no good for Spoonhunter. Antwi.
Nice hezzy.
Finish. This is not the ideal situation right now going into the half. Down 18. Edge School, they're really going to need to start getting something going here.
Yeah.
They're in danger of letting this one get away with them.
Good quality looks on this end of the floor will help them do that.
Duncan, another huge rejection. And you could just see the adjustments they have to make. And now they're not falling. Fisher, rebound. Fast break now. Fisher kicks it over to Antwi. Antwi up. He's going to get fouled and go to the line. And Edge School at this point, I'm not going to lie, if I'm Coach Huffman, I want to start drawing some stuff up that really allows them to get their open looks from behind the arc at this point.
Yeah, because the shots aren't falling.
Yeah,
and they're allowing Crestwood right now to get out of the transition, and that's dangerous because that's where Crestwood thrives. They want to play up tempo. This is a team, one of the top scoring teams in the league. They love an up-tempo, fast-paced Formula One style of basketball, and they can afford to do that because they're deeper. They're longer. They have more athletes than Edge School does. If Edge School could calm things down a little bit, bring it back down to fourth gear. It doesn't have to go all the way down to first. Bring it to fourth gear and make some tough decisions and smart ones as we go here leading into halftime.
Antwi 2 of 2 from the line there to make it a even 20-point lead here for Crestwood. They're in full control at this point. And another rejection. Out of bounds though, edge ball with 7 seconds on the shot clock. I don't know if they're going to reset that or not. There was maybe have been a possession.
Yeah, it was you know, a blink of an eye for the possession change. But I'd like to see Edge School, use the pump fake. You know, Crestwood's really looking to block shots and get those highlight reel stuff. There you go.
There's the pump fake. Another one. Can't finish. Go up one more time, but there's the foul. And I think they heard you.
Yeah, you see how effective the pump fake can be. Crestwood is jumping at every opportunity to get hands on balls and take away shot opportunities. Simple pump fake can change everything, and you'll be standing at the line, clock stop, and chip away at this lead. Got to make the free throws though.
And at the line right now for Edge School is number 0, RJ Jock. No good on that one, but see him getting back to the other end, see what kind of effect he can have on the defensive end here with 2:19 to go in the half. Thomas. Antwi. They're going to call a foul there. Antwi had already beaten him, but referee still says there was enough contact for a foul.
For some of the stuff that's been happening in this game, for that to be called is a tough one.
Yeah, and Coach Huffman not impressed. But Jacoby Neath comes down with the rebound. Kills his dribble. Oh, nice find inside to Fisher and the finish. Elijah Fisher.
Neath is locked in. He really
out of bounds, Crestwood ball.
Yeah, Neath is locked in. I mean, he started scoring in the first quarter. Now he's looking to get his teammates involved. It's dangerous time right now for Edge School.
Florin Adetogan comes back into the game, number 5 for Edge School. Xavier Spencer, number 42, also back into the game here for Edge. Inbound, Pacheco. They're going to call the charge. Great job there by Tong.
Yeah.
But some great sportsmanship also being shown there as Pacheco helps up Tong.
That's awesome. Isn't that great to see? I mean, you maybe a little too nice by my standards. I want to see some nasty down there, but I guess they're standing by being Canadian.
I think also when you're up 22 in this situation, although, you know what, I think either way, I'm fine with it either way. Don't help him up, help him up.
I'm a don't help him up guy. Not in a championship game.
And I think that's perfectly fine. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. Now going to the line is Adetogan.
Edge getting the opportunity again to get some free throws. Have to make these buckets. Clock stopped. Down 22 at this point. Chip away. We talk about it all the time. The last 2 minutes of every quarter is so important. You want to go into halftime with some sort of positive energy to come back out in the third quarter, because you're not going to make a 22-point shot or a 21-point shot at this point after that free throw.
Bit by bit. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Thomas to Neath. 1:11 to go here in the half. A solid 20-point lead for Crestwood Prep.
That's an offensive foul.
Offensive foul on number 40 for Crestwood. Ashraf Chadua.
Chadua got, he was aggressive on the first screen, got away with it, and the second screen, right in front of the referees, they weren't going to let that one go.
Adetogan to Duncan. Chadua right all on them. Here's Adetogan now. Goes by the screen, up and in, but rejected 3 separate times. But gets in just enough to draw the contact.
Yep. And again, you see that, Crestwood taking any opportunity to try and reject shots. Simple pump fakes be so effective.
Adetogan. Good for the first. 48.2 seconds remaining here in the half. I think if you're Edge, any chance you can get some free points without moving the clock going into this half is going to be welcomed.
Keep an eye on Shadua and Duncan, a little shoving back and forth behind the play.
Neath inside to Fisher. Fisher goes up, can't finish, but who's right there? Shadua.
Shadua's on the floor and he's, so energetic. He's bouncing up and down. That was a great tip-in by him.
I think it's just really a testament to Coach Russell. Spencer, nice finish there under the basket.
Got a beautiful pass.
Coach Russell's done his homework. He knows the kind of matchups he's looking for right now. He understands that Edge, for all of their athleticism, does not have Crestwood size, and that's why Shadua is seeing major minutes here in the first half. 6 seconds remaining. Kicks it out. Neath for three. No good. Spencer, rebound. Tong throws it up. Nope. And that's going to do it for the half with Crestwood a commanding 18-point lead at the half. Carlin, I have to say, though, this is going to be one of those situations. Can Edge find one more miracle in their arsenal?
If there's any team that could do it, it is definitely these guys out of Calgary. A lot of heart. They are not going to give up easy.
And with that being said, we're going to take a quick break here. Do not go anywhere. We'll be back with second half action here at the NPA National Championship game. Please don't go anywhere.
The North Pole Hoops Blueprint is a multi-layered system designed for Canadian basketball talent to maximize their potential from grade 5 all the way to the NBA. The NPH Showcase Circuit is your opportunity to learn the blueprint while joining the NPH family. Our pathway begins with 17 exposure camps across Canada for boys and girls ages 10 to 18. Starting with our foundation that is the Junior NPH Showcase Circuit. This level caters to elementary student athletes in graduation to the high school tier. As a camper, you will have the opportunity to enter the NPH National Rankings, where player profiles are created, acting as online resumes. This database is directly connected to a network of over 150 prep and post-secondary programs. By attending our camps, you will maximize on scholarship opportunities, perform in front of national scouts, and get a chance to learn from elite NBA skills trainer David Tyndale. Entering the showcase environment provides every camper an opportunity to measure their talent against elite-level prospects within their region. Top performers raise their stock and begin their recruitment process with exposure opportunities through national rankings, player mixtapes, and connecting families directly to colleges and university coaches. Regardless of age, gender, or talent level, developing professionalism and positive habits are vital for the success of all campers in life and basketball. The Blueprint tackles academic eligibility, self-reflection, assessment, goal setting, and brand management, all aspects necessary to become a professional on and off the court. The NPH Showcase Circuit takes place between April to December in a player-focused environment, while the Canadian National Invitational Tournament in July brings a team-focused evaluation platform. The CNIT brings 100+ top-tier club programs from around the world to compete for the national crown. Student athletes continue their journey to the next level as North Pole Hoops invites the network of prep and post-secondary programs to evaluate talent live and direct. As the summer comes to a close, high school season remains a lasting component to a student athlete's pathway. Players who thrive in high school are recruited by prep programs to continue pursuing the next level in a competitive environment. At this stage, North Pole Hoops has identified Canada's top basketball prospects from coast to coast, placing them at programs within the National Preparatory Association. Founded in 2016, this league is quickly emerging as a global destination for the world's elite basketball prospects. Utilizing the exposure arm of North Pole Hoops, comprised of digital marketing, live broadcasting, and scouting, NPH acts as a media and marketing partner for the NPA to maximize exposure for our student athletes, helping gain scholarship opportunities. Our ultimate measure of success. Climb the ladder to the next level by joining the North Pole Hoops family and enter the blueprint.
Indochino to me is a million guys getting a million suits, and each one is different. I think the value is the quality is undeniable in terms of the suit that you'll get, and the fabric and style selection is second to none.
I think when someone puts on a suit, they take on almost a different personality, and they feel comfortable in their skin and who they are, and they feel good. Doesn't matter where you're going, what event you're going to, but everyone feels good in a suit.
I think a lot of what we do is kind of going against the grain, so to speak. Bespoke, made to measure, custom was traditionally only in store. We were the first to bring it online, and as we went through that journey, we really felt that in order to connect with the consumer, we needed to give them true options, really provide a service and an engaging experience that customers would enjoy and remember.
Indochino is a custom-made experience, but with off-the-rack prices. You are in control. So you come on in, you choose what sort of material you're pursuing, choose what sort of print or patterns you really want to try out overall. From there, you pick out what kind of customizations you want to bestow upon these lovely garments, measure you up, and you get to express what you want, tighter, looser, longer, shorter, so everything sits on you as you want. We do everything all in one for you.
We give a 100% made-to-measure product. So it's very sort of individual and very personalized. It's for them. It's their suit.
Seeing them in their final suit just kind of makes it worth it at the end of it, because you spent time with them, and you know, whether they wear suits every day or this is their first suit, it's exciting. Like, you help them build that and it's theirs.
It's really that ability to create a one-of-a-kind garment that allows us to be in front of many different demographics. I think one of the most interesting things that's happened these past few years is how many customers that are having that truly special event of getting married are choosing Indochino to not only suit up themselves, but suit up their groom's party.
We continually improve not only the profile for the guy, but we improve the quality of our next suit and the suits after with the data that we capture. Indochino sets itself apart, especially against ready-to-wear, because we can deliver you a custom-made suit within 3 weeks. We, on average, take 3.5 meters to make a suit, and we lay that out and we laser cut it with a vacuum. It's amazing to see, over 200 pieces come together to make a custom-made suit. Whether it be hundreds of linings, thousands of customizations, it's like personalizing a car. And I think we've opened a lot of guys' eyes to that experience, and that is why we have a lot of repeat customers.
The future of retail is really exciting. We're showrooming and building a retail market that's totally cohesive with our online presence and our online e-commerce business. We're making it really easy for customers to shop wherever and whenever they want, whether they're in one of the retail showrooms, being able to look, see, and touch the fabric, or shop online from the comfort of their couch on their tablet or their phone. It's completely up to them where they can experience Indochino.
We truly are inspiring a generation of men to dress differently. We're truly creating a one-of-a-kind garment that is yours, and it really landmarks who you are as a person and what your personal style is.
Golden Dough, it's a family restaurant. We are in Mississauga, been here for 25 years. It's a Middle East cuisine. We make it out of love. We make it fresh. It's very healthy for an athlete to come in to have a nice meal. Sitting around back home, like when you order a big plate or like a small plate, they like to share. A lot of family come together, they sit together. So this is what kind of makes it a family restaurant. Back in the day, my grandpa used to be a baker and he used to run a restaurant. So it's pretty much in my blood. Anybody that comes in will feel like into a family business. Come to Golden Dough in Mississauga, be part of the family.
My name is Grover. Sean. My name is Ian. I'm Taylor.
My name is Owen, and I am 9.5 years old.
So Owen was born with a rare genetic disorder called Escobar syndrome.
He's had 33 surgeries to date.
I love video games, my friends, my family, and again video games.
It's his way of interacting with his friends when he can't physically otherwise do it.
What I like about the adaptive controller is now everyone can play. You can just say, all right, that's that button, that's that button, that's that button. perfect.
One of the biggest fears early on is, how will Owen be viewed by the other kids? He's not different when he plays.
No matter how your body is or how fast you are, you can play. It's a really good thing to have in this world.
After transforming to meet the challenges of a digital world, never stop. After engineering 3D imaging technologies that help doctors quickly diagnose disease, never stop. And after advancing drug delivery technology expertise to help in the fight against cancer, never stop. And we'll never stop improving the future by building on our core innovations and over 80 years of experience. Never stop. Fujifilm, value from innovation.
Our goal for the showcase circuit is to turn every stone. If you're a prospect and you deserve the recognition, we're gonna make sure you get it. As soon as you arrive at an NPA showcase, you're gonna feel the energy from the coaching staff. Right after introductions, we're jumping right into it. There's gonna be some elite level competition that's gonna help us filter through the talent. And then there's gonna be skill acquisition, which in itself is a process. Identify talent, as well as capture footage on all the top prospects. Over the course of 2 days, prospects are evaluated. We come to a consensus based off of everyone's feedback from the coaching staff, and then we select the top prospects in the camp to compete in what's called NPA Showcase Top Prospect Game. Game speaks.
On court, we do skill set evaluations, so we evaluate where you're at by position, and then we place you in groups with other players of the similar level where you guys can play and compete in more game-like situations and game-like drills. There's lots of games, a lot of feedback, a lot of immediate feedback in drills, in games where we stop and we coach and help players. If you take the game of basketball seriously and you want to play at the next level, the NPH Showcase is the best place for you to be. You have pros and you have former athletes who have been through everything that you want to go through and who will give you all of the tips and tricks and all of the guidance on how to navigate the process. Not only that, but it's an opportunity for you to get recognized and to set yourself apart from the rest and really pursue your career to the level that you want it to be at.
From the 2-day camp, I want them to soak up as much knowledge as possible. I'm not going to give away exactly what's going to be said, but I want them to acquire new skills, of course, on the court, the new habits overall. I would love their work ethic to improve. Again, specifically in terms of what they're learning in the classrooms, they got to apply those things and those different life skills and things that are going to be needed for them to be successful. They got to apply those things right away. So my hopes is everything that they hear from coaches, they internalize those messages and try to apply them, because again, everybody has a story to tell and something to share. If these kids take these lessons in and these gems and try to apply them, it'll help them a lot.
As a director of recruiting, my job for the showcase circuit is to identify all the talent, get them into our system, and make sure that I'm connecting them with the right coaches, the right fits, and the right levels. Just presenting all of the possible options and having the family and the kid, the prospect themselves, decide on what's in their best interest and what's the best spot for them. If they need help with the decision, we'll be there all along the way. But my job is to essentially connect the prospect to the coach for the right level. If you're one of the kids who are fortunate enough to be evaluated and be ranked and be in our system, you're family for life. We're taking care of you from now up until your recruitment day when we're connecting you with the coaches. And then even after that, up until your pro careers, the NPH scouting service is what links this whole thing together. You come to camp, you get evaluated, you know what you need to work on, you go home and work on it. The next time we see you, it's still family.
Elias commands attention, he commands respect, and he is able to get through to these young student athletes and get through to these kids and speak in a language that they understand and find ways to motivate them and to encourage them while criticizing them and making sure that they get better and that they are held accountable.
My name is David Tyndall, and I'm the new technical director for North Pole Hoop Showcase Circuits. I've been training basketball players, I'm going to say officially for about 3 years now. A lot of elite level kids I've worked with over the years that have made something. Elijah Long, Cody John, Naz Long, Dylan Brooks. Those are a lot of my young boys. Nick Stauskas, of course. Guys in the college level right now. Jalen Llewellyn, I'm working closely with him. Young talent, Mikkel Tyne. There's a list. The list goes on and on, really, of notable players. But again, either way, it really doesn't matter who it is. My approach really stays the same. What you'll expect from me at the NPA showcases is a lot of fire, a lot of passion, literally just my all. What I want to do is be an open book and really share and give and help you guys understand.
I'd like to welcome everyone back here. NPA National second half action here at beautiful Sheridan College Davis campus in Brampton, Ontario. My name is Ryan Greco, taking care of your play-by-play, joined by Carlin Gay on your color commentary. And Carlin, some brief thoughts about what we were able to watch there in that first half as Crestwood with a relatively comfortable lead.
Yeah, I mean, Crestwood has the big lead, as we can tell. They smell blood in the water. If you're Edge School, you have to maintain your poise and your competitiveness, keep it high. They were missing shots that they normally make. Those shots will start to fall in the second half. That's how the basketball gods kind of work out. And if Edge School can, lock in defensively, they'll be able to get back into this game rather quickly.
Right, as it's being said, Adetogan goes up and finishes after a finish from Emudu Ibrahim under the basket. And just like that, 4 quick points brings the lead down to 14.
Yeah, Edge School is not going to give up. I mean, they're going to be battling right to the final whistle. So if you're Crestwood, you're going to have to put them away.
Here's another steal. Adetogan goes up and not going to get the call. Under the basket, though, Tong still stays with it. Spoon Hunter for the jumper, can't get it, and there's going to be a foul under the basket. I almost want to, you can almost, dare I say, maybe a makeup call for the lack of call on Adetogan.
Yeah, there's been a lot of hits down low. That's been consistent, and again, Adetogan's so big that sometimes it doesn't look like it gets fouled.
It's true, and there's a finish under the basket. That's Ibrahim once again finishing. And just like that, a quick 6-0 run to start off this third quarter with just a minute to go.
Just about to say that, a perfect start to the second half.
Here's Neath. Antwi from deep, no good. A little bit strong there. Ibrahim comes down with it. Spoon Hunter comes up with it. He's going to give it over to Adetogan, who gives it right back to Spoon Hunter, to Adetogan for 3. Knocks it down, nothing but net. Adefaloran Adetogan forces the Crestwood timeout, and ladies and gentlemen, Edge School is here to play.
This camp is just the beginning for these girls, who will now be tracked throughout their high school years and given valuable information they need to make informed decisions about their future.
You get athletes to be able to recognize and see the programs that are available, and you get these programs to see the raw talent. Being able to track someone's progress as young as grade 9, you see potential. So you want to track her progress. You want to see how is she improving, how is she getting better. We're giving that exposure as young as grade 7. And now, you track how they are at the second showcase. They just increasingly had exponential development. And now we're showcasing their talent to a list of schools. And now they see what we have and who is in our database and who is available. And that's invaluable to show these girls that we are here for them and we want to showcase and help them play at the next level. Let's go, and we're getting into the swing of things. And we're gonna get them on.
Basketball gyms in Canada are packed with talent, and that includes every age group on the girls' side as well.
And we'd like to welcome everyone back here. NPA National Championship game. Crestwood Prep Edge School. A new champion will be crowned this year after Edge was able to knock off Canada Top Flight Academy just yesterday in the semifinal. And now Edge looking to spawn one more comeback, Carlin.
Yeah, and it's a 9-0 run to start this second half, exactly what the doctor ordered.
Thomas, hard to the basket in the finish with the left hand, and he lets Duncan know about it.
Yeah, that was a tough finish for the small guy. I mean, went up there, took the contact, and done it with the offhand.
Yeah, he doesn't shy away from it, but Duncan, he wants the mismatch here. But Thomas, right there. Look at that. Carlin, what more can you say about this young man?
All heart, all hustle. That's what it means to play in a championship game.
Trevon Thomas. I mean, I'm sorry, but like, just seeing that right there, gets the bucket, talks to his defender about how he finished. Then, to top it all off, as Duncan's trying to say, oh no, this is an easy mismatch in the post, he knocks it loose and gets the jump ball.
Yeah.
Trevon Thomas, he might be arguably one of the most, he might be literally one of the top, he is for a fact one of the top 3 most important players on this roster.
No question. And then you see Neath, who, by the way, switched out his shoes at halftime, wearing a different pair now, just finished at the rack.
Spoon Hunter rims out. Duncan up and in. But you know what? Duncan comes right back, and that speaks a lot about character right there.
Well, in the first half, he was grabbing that offensive board, putting it down on the ground, and not getting a second shot opportunity. That time he got it, went straight back up, didn't bother with the dribble.
Thomas tries to get it over to Pacheco. Fisher kicks it out to Antwi, who kicks it back out to Fisher. No good. And the rebound is Ibrahim. Spoon Hunter throws it up to Tong. Tong's going to go up and finish. And Menyang Tong, you know what? I love when he gets off and going like that. When he gets that 2-step gather, he's almost impossible to stop. Neath now, the other end. No call. I like that. I like that. Went straight up. And they're going to call the foul on Fisher.
That's Fisher's second foul. He started the game on the bench to start the second half. He's playing some big-time minutes. The trust that his head coach, Ro Russell, has in the young man.
Here's Ibrahim working on the inside. Fisher once again gets called with another reach-in. That's 2 fouls in 2 seconds.
Yeah, and that's the third, and that's the one now he's going to have to be careful. He can't pick up the fourth in this third quarter. He's going to have to play a very clean quarter the rest of the way.
Well, if there's anyone that's capable of doing it, it would be Fisher. I think at this point, even at 20, even though he's a class of 2023, he's easily, oh, there's Spoon Hunter, tries to go up. Ibrahim, pump fake, in and out. And Carlin, you spoke about the importance of the pump fake and just how important has it been here in the second half here for Edge.
Yeah, you see how Crestwood was trigger happy that time, and it paid off there.
And poor decision there by Ibrahim, though. Tried to fall himself underneath. He was trying to get himself set outside of the semicircle.
Yeah, it's very dangerous play. It almost undercut Neath there. It was absolutely a blocking foul.
Yeah. At that point, you'd almost rather him just go straight up with the hands up. You don't want him to jump out in that time because a guy like Neath, he's just too explosive for that. You can't waste that amount of time. You have to make sure that you're at least defending the shot.
Yeah, no question. A guy like Neath will dunk on you and put you in a poster, have you going crazy, might let you use your voice. My water bottle might spill over.
You know it, man. If it's worth getting excited about, we're going to get excited about it over here in the NPAs. National championship game, steal by Thomas. Oh, steal by Adetogan, gets it right back. Tong, one more time, flies, can't finish. Ibrahim up and under, finish with the left hand. Give it to the big man.
Big fan of Ibrahim's game. He's just a throwback. 6'6" inside, a lot of toughness. And right now he's keeping Edge school in the game.
Shot, no good. Jacoby Neath, air ball. Edge have cut this lead from an 18-point deficit down to 7 with an opportunity to make it a 2-possession game right now. They have been dominant in this third quarter.
Yep. The energy was always the same. Now shots are starting to fall.
Adetogan, his first air ball of the tournament maybe.
Yeah, but don't worry about that young man's confidence. He's going to come right back at them. By the way, playing with a stress fracture his bone in that right shin. You see the sleeve on his right shin. He is toughing it out.
Fisher wide open under the basket. Huge breakdown in communication there. And yeah, actually, with that being said, he's always icing it down every chance that he gets when he sits on the bench to prevent the swelling.
Yeah, the amount of pain that young man is in. But guess what? It's a national title game. He's not going to miss it. Look at that move. My goodness.
Out of Faloran, out of Togan. Ladies and gentlemen, you better start learning that name like you do Giannis Antetokounmpo. Miss on the dunk. Here's Duncan. Adetogan. Floater. Can't get it. Excuse me, finger roll. And now he's holding his leg. And Fisher finishes on the other end. Adetogan's limping.
Yeah, he is. Hopefully he's okay. He's not going to want to come
it over. Adetogan. Oh, hesitates. Up again one more time and finishes. What a warrior performance we're seeing here from Fofo Adetogan.
And we're seeing now with baskets being made, both teams are starting to look at each other like, all right, we're in a championship game.
Antwi finishes on the other end though, much to the delight of the Lady Lions in the baseline there, who've been cheering on this Crestwood team all day. Of course, the Lady Lions, the OSBA women's champions this year.
Oh my goodness. I mean, the shot was missed, but the pirouette inside to just create that space to get that shot attempt was incredible. You're talking about Ibrahim. I said yesterday, he may have some of the best feet in the country. He's educated feet. He's unbelievable down low.
Here's Neath bringing it back up. Neath drives to the basket. Floater, count it. Jacoby Neath showing he's got just as much will. Here's Adetogan. Turnaround, Spoon Hunter.
Oh.
Alan Spoon Hunter, nice crossover there. And a great find inside, but a rejection by Elijah Fisher. Here's Fisher on the fast break now, gonna do it himself, goes up and fouled. And he's gonna go to the line for two, and we're gonna have a substitution. There's a whistle called though.
I think there might be a technical foul here. What happened there is Fofo was in the face of Elijah Fisher, and Antwi came over and pushed him off of the young man, protecting his teammate. Fofo wasn't saying anything, but he was being that kind of that little brother that, you know, I'm not touching you, I'm touching you in your face moment.
Yep.
And Antwi he took offense to it and gave him a shove in the back. And you're gonna have the foul. Obviously, the first foul was called on Fisher, and Antwi's gonna pick up, I believe, a tech.
It's Adetogan, though, you know, not very often he gets referred to as the little brother in a situation. But I think we're going to have a technical shot here for Fisher.
Well, it's two both ways. Antwi is getting the unsportsmanlike foul for the push in the back, and Elijah Fisher will have the clear lane just to take his 2 free throws from the original foul.
Fisher makes good on the second as well. And Coach Russell trying to argue for his players, saying that there shouldn't be another foul, but
crowd's starting to get into it a little bit now.
And here's Adetogan. I think Adetogan and stares down this crowd right after the shot.
I like the energy out of Adetogan. I love that. That's toughness personified.
I'm going to be completely honest with you. I think the worst thing you could do is boo Adetogan. He already knows he's in an enemy territory. He's in the middle of Brampton.
Oh, man, I love it.
GTA. You don't want to give this guy a reason. He's already he's a wounded animal, first off, with the stress fracture.
Yeah.
He's already been playing out of his mind.
Yeah.
Carlin, is this a wise decision from the crowd?
Find out right now.
This shot there.
He's a gamer, man. Adetogan is an absolute gamer.
Here's Neath. Puts it up, misses. Spencer holds on to it. No, he cannot. As a Spoon Hunter tries to go for it in the back there, results in a out of bounds and Crestwood ball, 65-54, 3:05. And we're gonna have a timeout for Crestwood, and with that, we're also gonna have a timeout here. Do not go anywhere, we will be right back.
Is it something that I've done again? Say what?
Here's Campbell, look out, one hand down.
Seeing is believing. Create your very own mixtape that showcases your top highlights and skills. And strengthen your recruiting status with a direct video for coaches and scouts. Available at all NPH covered and hosted events nationwide. Email m.dotto@northpolehoops.com for any inquiries and special filming requests. Exposure starts here.
And we'd like to welcome everyone back here after that timeout. NPA National Championship game here. Edge School were down by as much as 22 in this game. They've clawed back to make it an 11-point game. They were as close as 7 points in this one, Carlin. Some thoughts on what they're going to need to do here in the final 3 minutes of this quarter?
Well, they're going to have to channel their energy and keep the energy up. Ooh, sizzling move there by Antwi. Just crossed up Fofo, and that's a matchup I want to see going throughout. This is what championship basketball is all about.
Here's Davis inside to Spencer. Spencer back out to Davis. Mid-range jumper, knocks it down. I'm loving the confidence in that for him.
Yeah, and he took that shot in the first half. It wasn't falling. Now it's knocking down, and he has his left leg taped up. This Edge School team, they're battled, they're bruised, but they're not going to give up.
Fisher on Spencer. That's going to be a matchup we're going to see for years to come in the NPA. Big shot, though, from Big Shot Thomas.
Didn't hesitate, pulled up right in the face of the defender. You leave your hands down, you pay the price.
Davis, Spoon Hunter, arguably one of the greatest Aboriginal basketball high school players in Canadian history. No good on that one, though. Spoon Hunter on the inbound here of Blackfeet origin, out and originally from hailing from Saskatchewan, joining this Edge School not too long ago. After setting the Saskatchewan basketball scene on fire, he's going to get another inbound chance here. A lot of length and a lot of shooting prowess there.
No question.
He's going to kick it back out. Here's Davis. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Goes up himself. Can't get the finish. Comes down to Neath. Thomas, fast break with Spoon Hunter on him. Thomas up and can't convert. Davis comes back with it. Fast break situation. Nope, he wants to slow it down.
Crestwood's playing 5-on-4. Pacheco Jr. got hurt.
No good. Up and in. Nope, can't miss. But Spencer right there, Johnny on the spot.
That's because Pacheco Jr., who just got back into the picture, took a shot on the earlier drive, never came up on the offensive end. And he's slow to come up to now, sauntering into your screen.
Here's Neath.
5-on-4.
Crestwood
again.
pretty much playing a 4-on-5 right now. Still, there's going to be a foul. Not a foul you want to take when you already have the number advantage. But it's kind of hard to recognize that in the situation.
Hopefully Pacheco Jr. is okay. He took a shot right to the stomach. I think someone's knee on that last drive hit him right in the chest as he tried to take that charge. That's going to bring Lazar off the bench for Crestwood as well. And here's an important time right now for Edge School. 1:15 remaining here in this third quarter. You're down 12. The best player on the floor, and Jacoby Neath just sat down.
There's a violation there.
Yeah, and we kind of took a little sidestep. You might get away with that in soccer or football, as you were. But here, can't move on the inbound.
Adetogan, Spoon Hunter.
Good hands.
Oh, turnover. Lazar comes up with it. Gives it back. Ibrahim, nope. Fisher comes up with it. Dribbles it on the floor. Spoon Hunter wisely deciding not to go for it. Yeah. Results in an Edge school ball. 51.4 seconds remaining here in the third.
Edge School can go into the quarter break with the lead at 10 or less. They're going to set themselves up for a good shot at coming back in this game.
Here we go, Spencer on Fisher. Spin around, turn around, fade away. Oh, you knew he wanted that one. You knew he wanted that matchup. You could just tell by the finish there.
Yeah, that was pretty.
The 2023. He's letting them know you're not the only 2023 that needs to be talked about.
Question about it.
Oh, Fisher comes down with it. Kicks it back out. Thomas for three. Big shot. Trevon Thomas. Give the assist to Elijah Fisher. Spencer on the other end. To Tong. Tong goes in. Throws it up. And no, at the end of the quarter, Crestwood Prep still lead 73-60. Carlin, your closing thoughts on the quarter?
Yeah, it was a good job of Edge School the way they started that quarter, but it kind of fell off. It was a little bit sloppy to end the quarter. 13-point lead, though. It's manageable. They can come back from this if they keep the energy up and continue to make shots.
And with that being said, we'll be right back after these messages. Please don't go anywhere. This is the National Preparatory Association Championship game.
Sean. My name is Ian.
I'm Taylor. My name is Owen, and I am 9.5 years old.
So Owen was born with a rare genetic disorder called Escobar syndrome.
He's had 33 surgeries to date.
I love video games, my friends, my family, and again video games.
It's his way of interacting with his friends when he can't physically otherwise do it.
What I like about the adaptive controller is now everyone can play. You can just say, all right, that's that button, that's that button, that's that button. Perfect.
One of the biggest fears early on is, how will Owen be viewed by the other kids? He's not different when he plays.
No matter how your body is or how fast you are, you can play. It's a really good thing to have in this world.
Yet again, a 10-point advantage restored for Team Blue. Oh! It's Judy Charges throwing it down!
Welcome to the NPH live broadcasting experience. Allow our team of video technicians to capture your event in high definition. Streaming directly on all NPH media platforms. Up-to-the-minute live game coverage featuring professional commentators and analysts.
Tip in!
And we'd like to welcome everyone back here. NPA National Championship game, the final quarter of this one between Edge School out of Calgary, Alberta, taking on Crestwood Prep out of Toronto, Ontario. My name is Ryan Greco, taking on your play-by-play, joined by Carlin Gay on color. And Carlin, 73-60. Edge, for the most part, admirable job. They were down by as much as 22, have cut into that lead. What do they need to do to bring this one home?
They can't turn the ball over. I'm putting it at an over-under of 3 turnovers. They already have one. They stepped out of bounds right there. In this quarter, if they have less than 3 turnovers, they'll get themselves in position to come back and dig themselves out of this hole.
Adetogan comes up with the ball now. Gets it over to Tong. Tong almost double teamed right away. Spoon Hunter for 3. Knocks it down. Nothing but net. Alan Spoon Hunter, you know he needed that one. On the other end. Tries to get in the way of Fisher there, but they respond immediately.
Fisher did a good job of hanging in the air there. You see the athleticism just oozing off the screen.
Here's Tong. Inside. Fisher went for it, but he's going to get called with his 4th personal foul. Fisher in danger of getting fouled out of this one.
One more, and he has to sit next to Roe Russell in the championship game. That's not where he wants to be. He wants to be on the floor, and Crestwood, fans of Crestwood, want him to be on the floor. Luis Pacheco Jr. is going to be sitting down, or coming in for him, and he's going to have to sit down for a little bit.
I think that's a great decision, because if I was Huffman and Fisher was still in this game, I'm giving the ball to Spencer.
No question.
because Spencer's shown time and again that he's capable of creating his own shot, especially even against elite defenders like Elijah Fisher.
No doubt.
As we've got a inbound here on the sideline, Kobe Antwi bringing it in. He's going to give it over to Thomas. Thomas bringing it up. 8:49 to go here in this game. The winner of this will be crowned the new NPA national champion. Each organization looking for their first title. No matter what, we will have a champion for the first time here in the NPA.
Yeah, shout out to CTA though. Great season. Defending champions, two-time defending champions. They were upset yesterday by Edge School. That was an incredible game. We also have a good one right here. I wouldn't go anywhere if I were you guys.
Antwi, crossover, can't lose his defender. Gives it back to Neath with 5 seconds on the shot clock. Spoon Hunter all over him. Cutting man, Pacheco up and in. Great defense there by Edge. They get the stop. Just like you said, Carlin, not wasting any possessions.
Stops, makes, don't turn the ball over. There's plenty of time left in this game.
Here's Adetogan bringing it up. Tong, guarded by Antwi. Mix up in communication there as Thomas once again comes up with it. Thomas up and Trevon Thomas.
Man,
I mean, he's just everywhere you need him to be. He just finds ways to get the ball.
He's putting it with his play right now in the second half. He's putting himself in the conversation for game MVP, if I'm honest with you.
Goes off of Smith's foot. Inbound now for Edge. And with that, we're going to have an Edge timeout. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back with continuing action here in the fourth quarter of the NPA National Championship game.
Golden Dough, it's a family restaurant. We're in Mississauga, been here for 25 years. It's a Middle East cuisine. We make it out of love. We make it fresh. It's very healthy for an athlete to come in to have a nice meal. Sitting around back home, like when you order a big plate or like a small plate, they like to share. A lot of family come together, they sit together. So this is what kind of makes it a family restaurant. Back in the day, my grandpa used to be a baker and he used to run a restaurant. So it's pretty much in my blood. Anybody that comes in will feel like into a family business. Come to Golden Dough in Mississauga, be part of the family.
Tell me, is it something that I've done again? Say what?
Here's Campbell, look out, one hand down.
Seeing is believing. Create your very own mixtape that showcases your top highlights and skills. And strengthen your recruiting status with it.
And we'd like to welcome everyone back here. Fourth quarter action, NPA National Championship game. Crestwood Prep leading 77-63 over Edge School. Edge looking for anything right now to get themselves back into this one. Here's Spoon Hunter. Kicks it back out. Once again, and this has happened a few times now with teams not recognizing how much time was left on the shot clock.
Yeah, and it's tough to see that, especially when you come out of a timeout with a set play. Everyone should know how much time you have to shoot, time and situation. And I put the over-under of turnovers at 3. That's now the third turnover here in this quarter. Edge not doing themselves any favors by not getting shot attempts on offense.
Here's Thomas. Kicks it back over to Neath. Neath sets himself up, drives to the basket, up and in. He's going to get fouled and go to the line for 2.
Good drive there by Neath. And every time, you know, Crestwood has needed a bucket in this game, it's been Jacoby Neath. There's nothing happening offensively. You know, Neath breaks down his defender, gets in the paint. He's either tried to score or he's tried to kind of dish it off. It's been the Neath show, and in my opinion, I think right now he has my vote for game MVP. The only other vote sorry, Ryan. The only other vote I could probably give out is maybe Thomas. Thomas has been terrific as well.
Thomas has just been, he's been the guy that's just been there whenever they've needed something to keep them going, keep them moving up, and it's just, he's just been that guy. He's the kind of player that you hate playing against. He's the kind of guy that you love playing with.
Yeah.
Because he's an agitator. Look at him right now, even right now against Adetogan.
Tough pass.
Smith with the steal. Here's Neath. I can imagine, yeah, good decisions here. They're going to try and use up as much clock as they can. There's a spin move. Smith up and under, finishes at the basket. 81-63 now for Crestwood Prep.
Danger zone time now. The pulse is fading a little bit for Edge School, sorry. Need to get some scores.
Ibrahim tries to go up himself. In with the foul and one. They're going to count it.
That's beautiful footwork again by Ibrahim. Able to use the up and under, finish with the offhand, take the contact. You can see he's in the weight room. He has his body ready. Now you have to convert. Clock stopped. Anytime you can get points when the clock stopped, that's a huge plus.
And Smith pleading his case, and to be honest, I have to agree with him. I didn't really see much of contact there. All credit due to Ibrahim on the footwork to get the shot off, but I think he was so open that how can you even really call there a foul?
Yeah.
Like he it just looked like a clean basket to me, but regardless,
here we are.
Edge takes advantage.
Yeah.
Neath up and in. He's going to get fouled again, and they're going to call.
It's on the floor, I think.
And yep, it's going to be on the floor. They're not going to count the basket.
Don't worry, Jacoby. At the next level, that will be a continuation, and you'd be at the free throw. Coach Huffman, you could hear him in the background, not happy with the way that the game's being called. Feels he's getting the soft whistle on one end and the hard whistle on the other.
Neath doing a great job cutting things down. Hard miss there. Out of character for him.
Yeah.
Antwi, 4 seconds on the shot clock. Smith up, finishes. Here's Adetogan. Kicks it over, Ibrahim. Ibrahim goes up and in himself, tries to go sky high. Duncan comes down with it. He's going to get fouled, and he's going to get an opportunity to get some points at the line now, too.
Well, win or lose, you got to be impressed if you're a fan of Edge School. The effort out of Duncan today. He's been on the offensive glass all game long. He was going to be asked, to rebound at a high level with the size and length advantage that Crestwood has, and he's responded.
He has. Duncan at the line. 8.5 points per game in 12 NPA contests. Only a 56% free throw shooter, however. And this is the first there. Makes good on the second, though. See that? That's confidence. Like you could tell right away. As soon as he shooters know, Carlin. Yeah. Shooters know.
He splashed that down. Looked like you out there for a second.
I try. Here's Neath. Goes up. Gets it over to Pacheco. Pacheco finds some space.
Nice. Beautiful use of the up fake by Pacheco. Calmly drops it in. Next time I want to see him kind of rattle the rim with a thunderous dunk that time. He was that open.
Here's Spoon Hunter with Thomas on him. Spoon Hunter, spin move, up, rolls it in. Nice move there by Alan Spoon Hunter.
Good spin move, Pascal Siakam-esque, using the offhand and the layup there.
And now the press is on. Thomas gets by Tong, gets it inside. Smith up, in, gets the kind roll. Joe Smith.
The last 5 possessions have all been at the rim.
Tong throws it up, alley-oop from Alan Spoon Hunter. And will that be the play that wakes up Edge School here?
It's woken up their fans here in the arena.
And they're going to call a foul on Tong there for blocking.
I think it was the right call. He actually flopped, looking to get the call. And that is the 5th foul here in this quarter. So Crestwood now in the penalty. They're shooting free throws the rest of the way here, Ryan.
I'm not even going to lie. I can imagine. I mean, Neath kind of pushed, did he not?
You had a better shot. You had a better angle than I did.
Now, I understand the embellishment. I think that more accurately that should have been a non-call.
Right.
I think they should have just let it go because I don't think there was anything to bring anything that was worth it. But the referees call it as it is, and here we go. That's out of bounds. It's going to be inbound now for Edge.
Under 5 to go in this championship game, and if Edge doesn't score here, I'd like to see Coach Hoffman call a timeout and kind of regroup, get the troops back in order.
Hogan not giving up though.
That was a nice move, wasn't it?
Great finish there, yeah, absolutely. And we're going to call the charge as Kobe Antwi lowered the shoulder, clearly could see it from this angle, and Tong, despite the fact that he was moving at the speed he was, did manage to get his feet set.
Tong's looking to draw that charge every single time. Crestwood's going to have to be careful with the way they lower those shoulders, use the off arm to create separation. So good job there by Tong.
We're going to have a substitution. Back into the game now is Trevon Thomas in for Kobe Antwi. As also into the game once again is Elijah Fisher. Fisher, of course, with 4 personal fouls. So we'll see what gets done here. Kicks it out. Tong goes up. What a finish, Manyang Tong.
What? Are you kidding me? Over the head flip shot. That was insane.
Neath. Oh, great find there. And it's going to go out of bounds. Edge school ball, 14-point game here, 4:23 to go.
Good defense there that time by Edge School. Neath cuffed it like a running back, and they're still able to get their hands on the rock and bumped off of Neath's knee.
At this point, we've said this a couple of times, Spoon Hunter for 3, rims out. Thomas comes down, it's going to be Crestwood ball. And unfortunately, we're coming to that point of the game now, again, Carlin, where Edge is almost going to have to play perfect basketball. And Edge gets the jump ball there. Excellent defense there by Alan Spoon Hunter.
One thing you know about some kids that come out of Calgary or any side of Western Canada, they're not going to give up. They're going to be playing in the next 4 minutes and 6 seconds right to the final horn.
Absolutely. Elijah Fisher on the inbound. 4:06 remaining. Still have 2 timeouts left for Edge and 1 for Crestwood. Pacheco goes up, no good.
Wow.
Smith finishes it again himself.
All right, the referees need to take a little bit of control of that game because that was a clean body check.
Yeah.
I mean, and there was no whistle.
Lloyd gets it knocked loose.
It's either you're letting the guys play or you're not. And right now, I'm not sure what the guys on the floor know what's being called because there's been some soft calls and there's some flat out calls that they've missed on both ends.
Spoon Hunter kicks it out. Davis going to take it himself. Big rejection by Smith. 3:39 to go. Neath with the ball. Neath kicks it over. Pacheco thinks about it, passes it off to Thomas. Oh, he was so close to looking like a genius just there.
Yeah,
he was so close. He was about to get the assist of the year right there.
He thought about that 3-point jump shot, and he's probably going to be dreaming about it. He's going to be dreaming about it.
I have not seen that. I haven't seen that in this tournament. It's been a while since I've seen one like that. There's Adetogan, kicks it out. Spoon Hunter. Back out to Adetogan. Adetogan. Tong for 3. No good. Rebound Smith. I'll have to admit, I'd rather have seen Adetogan take that open look a couple of steps back.
Crestwood's doing a good job of identifying that Adetogan is a shooter. They're really pressuring him as hard as they possibly can.
The blocking call, it looks like on Lloyd. It is. Aaron Lloyd gets called with the foul. And we're in bonus here, so that's Thomas going to the line. And with 2:58 remaining, 91-75. 2 timeouts remaining for Edge.
First free throw missed That's a plus if you're edge.
Yeah.
See Thomas, who's had an incredible game, stretching out that calf muscle.
Yep.
Now's the time where you got to dig deep. Both teams, if you're Crestwood, you can maintain this lead. It's yours to lose. If you're Edge School, the game is not over until that final horn blows.
Adetogan for three. That looks good from here, and there it goes.
He shot the ball really well in this
That was
tournament.
really clean. But he's going to need about 4 or 5 more of those.
He's capable.
Fisher inside. Smith. Ooh. Oh, Neath loses the man, and they're going to call the charging.
And Neath fell hard. He had been nursing a little bit of an injury coming into the tournament. I think yesterday.
Neath, yeah, he's cramping up again.
Yeah, the cramp kept him out of the last 2 minutes of yesterday's game. It wasn't a close game, so it didn't matter. But this one is, a championship game in the balance. He's going to have to sit down and try to stretch it out, rehydrate a little bit. But a good charge taken there by Fofo, taking that right in the chest, and he got up and he definitely let Neath know about it as soon as he bounced off the ground.
Absolutely. Here's Adetogan. Almost a steal from Thomas again. He's just all over the place. Spoon Hunter. Tries to get it inside to Tong, loses it.
That's a tough pass. Slow it down.
Here's Fisher. Inside. Smith fouled, going to the line for 2.
I mean, if Smith doesn't put that ball on the floor and just goes up strong, that's an easy 2. That's a dunk for him.
Yeah.
Now he's going to have to earn them at the free throw line.
Makes a shot. Smith on the first. Makes good on the second. Spoon Hunter. Picks it out. Manyang Tong now. 2 minutes remaining. Spoon Hunter from deep. Can't get it. Tong can't get the putback dunk. Pacheco comes down with it. He's going to get, it's going to be a jump ball.
Getting to a dangerous point here where both teams are now looking at the referees kind of side-eyed at every whistle. And the reason for that is they weren't consistent with the whistle all the way throughout. We say it all the time. Either you're going to call it loosely or you're going to call it tight.
Yep.
They've been flip-flopping between the two, and we're going to result in a lot of whistles and arguments after every call if they don't take control of it in the last 2 minutes of this game.
Here's Spoon Hunter. Thomas, another almost steal. He's just been everywhere.
He has. A lot of deflections. Long length, range. Obviously, he can hit the weight room and put some size on his frame, but he is an absolute pest defensively, and I mean that in the best possible way.
Spoon Hunter from deep. Can't get the... Oh, Tong comes down with it. Loses a handle on it, and there's Pacheco. Here's Fisher. Puts it up. Smith throws it down. Joe Smith. Tong on the other end.
Charge.
And they're going to call the charge on Tong.
You could go crazy all you want about that finish by Smith. That's expected. The good pass by Fisher. Smith is a big man. He's going to throw that down easily. But how about not hanging her out and celebrating? How about Thomas getting in position to take that charge and take away momentum from Edgewood?
Now here's Thomas again. Antwi up and in. And that's going to be a charging foul, and I believe that's Antwi's 5th.
Man, oh man, that's, those 50-50 calls can really go either way. Live, to me, it looked like Antwi did enough to avoid the body. But hey, that's why we're sitting over here calling this game.
Absolutely, and we're going to take a quick timeout here. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with the conclusion of this national championship game.
Our goal for the showcase circuit is to turn every stone. If you're a prospect and you deserve the recognition, we're going to make sure you get it. As soon as you arrive at an NPA showcase, you're going to feel the energy from the coaching staff. Right after introductions, we're jumping right into it. There's going to be some elite level competition that's going to help us filter through the talent. And then there's going to be skill acquisition, which in itself is a process. Identify talent as well as capture footage on all the top prospects. Over the course of 2 days, prospects are evaluated. We come to a consensus based off of everyone's feedback from the coaching staff. And then we select the top prospects in the camp to compete in what's called NPA Showcase Top Prospect Game. Game speaks.
On court, we do skill set evaluations, so we evaluate where you're at by position, and then we place you in groups with other players of the similar level where you guys can play and compete in more game-like.
And I'd like to welcome everyone back here. NPA National Championship game. Crestwood Prep up 18 with 1:10 to go. And Carlin, I hate to say it, but it almost seems to be all but inevitable at this point.
Yeah, it's been a great game that Crestwood has played, but now close it out the right way. A minute left.
Lloyd for three from deep, knocks it down, nothing but net. 1 minute now remaining.
Traveled, yep. Neath kind of, dragged that pivot foot. It was a little indecisive in trying to throw that ball across court. And that's a turnover that Edge needs. They need that. They need 3-point baskets. They need a lot to happen to go their way. But, I mean, crazier things have happened, Ryan.
Here's Davis to Spoon Hunter. Spoon Hunter fouled on that one. 96-81, 46 seconds remaining. Edge, no quitting them whatsoever in this one, though.
Basically 47 seconds left in the game. I mean, Spoon Hunter at the line has to start knocking down these free throws. You can't afford misses down as big as you are. When the clock stops, take advantage of it.
Tong with the rebound. Misses. And Neath is going to bring it up now. Gets it over to the middle, and Pacheco loses a handle on it. Kicks it out. Here's Neath. He's going to dribble it back up to the middle. Kicks it over to Thomas. Thomas for three. No good. Davis brings it down. 18 seconds remaining. Lloyd, no good. Spoon Hunter up and under, can't finish. Tong can. And with 13 seconds, Edge is going to finish right to the end as Spoon Hunter.
You hear the crowd with the Crestwood chant.
Crestwood Prep.
They will be your national champions.
11 seconds.
Well deserved. I mean, they have walked through this tournament. They hadn't had any easy games. Tough through all the way out. Edge did a good job of, trying to slow down their pace. Crestwood's still going to get around 100 points. That's the style of play they've played. And you say it all the time, defense wins championships. Well, Crestwood's one of the best defensive teams in this league. 6 of the top 10 players in steals category. The length inside with Smith and Pacheco Jr. Elijah Fisher can block shots. Thomas, who has been a pest all day defensively, great on-ball defender, a lot of deflections. They have done it on both ends of the floor, and they're going to get rewarded with the confetti in about 8 seconds.
Thomas, I'll say it right now, he's my MVP. I'm just going to say it right now, regardless of whatever's being said and whatever gets awarded after this game, Trayvon Thomas is your MVP. And with that being said, Crestwood Prep is your NPA National Champions. like to welcome everyone back briefly here at NPA National Championship game. Of course, Crestwood with the 97-83 victory over Edge School. Now an opportunity here to acknowledge some of the fantastic players that we've had an opportunity of watching throughout this year. Jordan Prasad being honored as an NPA All-Second Team All-Star. As you can see some of the highlight packages here, doing a fantastic vision and ability finishing at the rim. As finishing 4th in the league in scoring at 21.9 points per game. Also taking a look now. Class of 2019, 6th in the NPA at scoring at 20.6 points per game, and 5th in rebounds and 10.3 rebounds per game from Ross St. Netherwood School was Cheyenne Malcolm. Seeing some of the highlights here. Malcolm showing off all of the skills that he brought this year, allowing Rosse to finish with a 10th overall ranking in the NPH National High School rankings as the lead scorer of this program, showing off the defensive ability as well. Also one of the all-defensive players of the NPA, finishing with a double-double average of 17.4 points per game and 10.9 rebounds per game. Of course, Akoy Yuat, getting also a second-team All-Star nod, averaging 2 blocks per game as well. Just a very impressive athletic specimen. Am I good here, or do you want me to stick around?
And congratulations to Coach Adam Huffman. A fantastic job this season, their first year in the league and making it to the championship game. Everybody give a round of applause for N School. And now it's time for the gold medalists. Can I call on Coach Russell to come to the awards table? Round of applause for the legend, Coach Russell. Number 4, Matthew Nelson. Number 40, Ashraf Chenoweth. Number 20, Con Osman. Number 33, Steven Lazar. Number 30, Keyshawn Lackey. Number 35, William Charles. Number 22, Elisha Fisher. Number 45, Joe Smith. Number 13, Kobe Antwi. Number 23, Trayvon Thomas. Number 21, I'm getting this time, Louis Pacheco Jr. And of course, the MVP of the season, the MVP of the Nationals tournament. Number 0, Jacoby Lee. And for the coach, of course, we have to say congratulations to Coach Russell as well. Assistants, Dick Craig and John Waldo. Okay, all the formalities are over. We have the commissioner